Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Steve and we are going to head off to the next campsite here in a few minutes because we're going to get cleaned up and get everything ready to go, get dressed and hit the road. I also wanted to talk about where I'm headed for this summer. Today is a beautiful sunny day. First, I've got to tidy up this van because it's a little bit messy, but it's not terribly messy. As you can see, I still have a floor. But there's a few things I gotta put away and we're gonna get ready for road travel. First thing I do is I usually throw a bunch of towels and clothes or whatever up here. I've got a sweater, pair of pants, my water bottle sits here, my poo bucket sits in the front seat, just like that. I have an electric blanket for when it's cold and I don't have diesel, or if I don't want to use diesel and I have a lot of electricity. So that's a 12 volt. So it plugs into a cigarette lighter, which I've got one in the back. So I've got a sweater here that I usually just throw on my front seat. I just throw that on my front cooler. That goes in the back, but I was wondering if I could just toss it up here because it's just for a short drive to the next campsite and then I might use it again unless it's raining. I don't know. That's pretty much my driving area ready to go. Just got to take my cover down, that window cover out of the way. Then I've got a few things over here. My phone, of course, goes in the front. I've got my stereo. This is my stereo that I use to drive. So I don't have a working stereo in the front. So this goes up here. Usually stick it right in between here. That way I can reach it, use the volume, power it off, etc., etc. My phone goes here while I'm driving. Put my book away. Got my drone controller ready to go. I'll probably end up using that right away, so I could probably just throw it there. I noticed the other day one of my blades was damaged, but it flies still okay, so I think we'll be fine. But drone's ready to go. Toss it there for when I'm ready. So that's pretty much it. I went from stationary to driving mode within less than 2 or 3 minutes. Not much here to put away because I usually put things away as I'm using them, like my cast iron frying pan, things like that. When I'm done using it and it's cooled down, I'll put it away because it's nice to have a nice neat counter ready to go for the next spot. I'm ready to make a cup of tea. It's ready to go. But I already have a full cup of tea, so we're gonna put the kettle away. Well, that's it. Let's hit the road. too muddy today. I didn't even do 50 kilometers an hour on this road. My van sounds like it's a jar full of change. I'm literally doing 40 and it sounds like a jar full of change. And the speed limit on here is 80. And I've literally hit bumps at 40 kilometers an hour and I've almost flown out of my seat. We're on the 734. I'm having a blast. I have to keep putting my sun visor up and it just keeps falling. Oh, we finally get our first sign. Actually, the second sign. I was just fast enough to get the other one. 1 kilometer. Whee! Just about there. Well, the gates are open. That's always a good sign.
In 200 meters, your destination will be on the right.
We made it. That's cool. This is like almost the same as the other one. It has like a family area. It looks like it's got a stove in it. Like Macleods. Macleods. I don't know. Let's see if we can find a place to park. Perfect view of the lake here. I think I might just stay here. Yeah, we're gonna have to clean the bike off. Oof. Oh no, and it's rusty. Not good. That's gonna be a project for today. So there you go. Pause it if you want to look at it. This is brought to you by Canfor, same as the other site, and looks like it's free to camp here, which is kind of nice. Looks like they got a couple other sites down south, a couple other sites up north. Swan Lake was one of them, and I don't see anything about self-registration or paying a neighbor. It's not a stove this time, it's a fire pit. Very interesting. That is crazy. I got mudsicles hanging off my van. I'm gonna have to take the van to the car wash and knock some of this mud off. But not today. I'm out enjoying nature. Oh, check this out. 28 amps right into the battery. 21 from the 2 front solar panels and 11 from the rear. Looking amazing. Now when the van was on, what was the amps? 50, 52, 51, 52. So it seems like the peak is 75 amps, which is good when I'm driving. It means each battery is getting at least 18 amps, which is nice for a quick charge. That's what I like to see. And it's nice to see it drop drastically, because the DC to DC chargers should only make up the extra power that the batteries need to fully charge quickly. So it's nice to see that the DC to DC drops to 30 amps. Without the solar panels, it would be pushing that whole 60 amps all by itself, and that's hard on the alternator. So it's nice to see that the solar panels are producing now that the sun's in the sky. And we probably won't see too much sun today, but at least we're getting a good charge. I did about 40 minutes of driving, and I went from 175 amp hour to 96. So I got about 80 amp hour of charge driving, getting a DC to DC charge back into the van, and coupled with those solar panels to help out as well. So there's less strain on the alternator, which is nice. Let's check this place out, eh? do like it here. It's pretty nice. So nice to find a place like this because it's super quiet. Yeah, you can hear the trucks go by on the road just over there on the 734 Alberta, but it's usually like once every half an hour, 45 minutes. It's not a heck of a big loudness or anything like that. I've noticed the water is super shallow. That's so crazy. It's just like flying above, and in the middle of the lake you can literally see, and it feels like what I could see on camera to be like 3 to 4 feet deep, which is kind of interesting. I've never seen a lake this shallow out there. But it is a fairly small lake. It's not a huge lake, but I find it interesting. It's very different than BC. So it's always nice to come across a lake you've never seen before. The fact that I can just cross one off the list and go to the next lake is pretty crazy to think about. I'm pretty excited to go to the next lake. Like, it's always about going to the next lake or seeing the next location or seeing the next river. Rivers and lakes are my go-to, especially when there's no waterfalls laying around. But I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna start making some lunch here. I'm gonna hang out here and make some lunch. Vegetable soup. Grab my pot. So I wanted to talk to you guys about where I'm headed and how I'm getting there. I'm going to be taking the Alaskan Highway all the way to Whitehorse, Yukon. I'll probably end up stopping in a few random spots as long as I have gasoline in the tank. If I don't have gasoline and I have to get to the next town to get gasoline, then I'll probably end up skipping a few places, because there's a few places that I'd love to just check out. Hot springs, waterfalls, campsites, rec sites, everything that you see between Fort St. John and Whitehorse, Yukon is my destination of choice. It's gonna be about something like that. I'll be taking it slow. I mean, it's a 15-hour drive. I'm not gonna be doing it one day. I have literally just about a month and a half to do this trip. So there'll be lots of places we can stop, hang out, make videos, check out waterfalls, check out the hot springs, anywhere that we can see that looks interesting. I'm going to be stopping and taking video footage and showing you guys my route. Because a lot of people, when they go through BC, they just whip straight through it. They hit Alaska or the Yukon or something, and then they'll stop and start recording. My goal is to check out every little spot that I can find in between here and there. And I do have a fair bit of places marked out on my phone of want to go. And then once I turn them from want to goes to being twos, maybe we'll look for some more interesting places to check out. I heard BC has volcanoes. I have no idea where those are, but I would love to check it out and show you guys. So that's going to be my travel season. At the end of June, I'll probably head back into Grand Prairie. Now I'm going to be picking up my son, maybe my daughter, whether I'm picking up both of them or just one of them, and bringing him down to the Okanagan for the summer. And then we'll go camping down in the Okanagan again and go to our favorite family location, Sugar Lake, and we'll go camping. Some dark clouds out there. This looks done. Mashed vegetable soup with some egg noodles. Yum. Yeah, like that cloud right there. She looks pretty dark. It might rain. Might not rain. But we're not getting any sun on the solar panels. That sucks. That sucks. But I guess that's just the way of life in the van. You get a little bit of power. Sometimes you don't get enough power. Sometimes you gotta drive just to make your power. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna go have some lunch, guys. Just right. Just perfect. Got my chain all cleaned up. It's all greased up, looking way better. It's not the best, but I mean, if a train does break, I pull out that bad link, and then put my chain back together. So that's not too big of a deal. I swapped the bike around so that if it gets muddy again, the chain isn't gonna get directly hit as often. Now it sucks because the disc brakes are gonna get hit. I do have a shower, so I was able to clean off the disc brakes and took the bike for a ride. Feels good. That's all for today, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I'm heading to Whitehorse, Yukon, guys. I hope you guys enjoy today's video, and I hope you guys come back for the next video, because the next month and a half I'm going to be doing a little journey, adventuring up north, looking for stuff to do and stuff to explore and videos to take to share with you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace out.